Top of the morning to you. From the good ship. Well, we don't really have a name for our ship yet. I'm sure we will eventually. But suffice it to say that we're about to launch into unexplored territory. We have this island right here that we're supposed to check out. And there is this docking port right here that we are supposed to bring some lumber and some scrap iron to. So first things first, let's make sure we equip our spyglass so that we can pick up anything interesting along the way. And what a beautiful day it is to be sailing. So I see the dock right over there. We should be able to get there with no problem at all. We do want to be on the lookout for items from the collector, of course. That's also going to be a top priority for us. Alright, pearl earrings. Very interesting. I guess some of these items are... Well, it seemed like some were used by the collector, some were taken by the tinkerer. But I feel like we might have some items that neither of them are interested in. Perhaps, I don't know. Let's see. Ooh, this is also useful. What else do we have in here? We've got more dredge. Oh, there's all kinds of dredging to be done. We can pretty much spend the whole day in this little area right here, picking up everything that we need to. Because we need lots of building materials. Very satisfying. Another bolt of cloth. Wonderful. We'll keep that going. That will help out tremendously for some of the upgrades that we want to get back at the dry dock and the shipwright. Alright, that is depleted. So this one, yep, that's some metal. Actually, I think I would rather get wood, if that were an option. Are there any areas from which to get wood? Seeing quite a bit of mackerel out there. Hadal. Huh. Interesting. I don't know what kind of fish that would be. Well, I guess since we're in the area, we may as well pick it up. Even though it is going to take a decent amount of our cargo space, unfortunately. A goblet. Interesting. That's a new one for us. So, okay. So, based on the shape that we saw, I thought it was going to be some of the metal, like scrap metal, but I guess the shape is not always indicative of that specific type of material to be dredged. Oh, lumber, beautiful. I think I'm mixing up the lumber symbol versus the bolt of cloth symbol. I think they look a little similar to me, but I'll be on the lookout for that difference. All right, and we're doing quite well. So that has been depleted. Oh, and just in time. Not a moment too soon. Look here. Probably don't really need that, but... perfect. This actually worked out just like I was hoping. Alright, material pile. This is what we wanted to drop. Yes, this is the island where the builder wants materials delivered. So here we have one bit of metal, one bit of wood. So we're just one metal scrap short, unfortunately. No research points to be taken advantage of. One point to mention, we are also working... Oh, we should have been working on this engine book that we just got. However, I have not clicked on it yet, so there we go. So I'm wondering... this is selected as the active book. So does that mean in the future we're going to get multiple books to choose from? That's sort of what that's telling me. But anyway, let's go ahead and pass the time. We have some options here of where we want to go next. We don't necessarily need to retreat right back to the island. Now, there was this point mentioned by the mayor. Right here, you can see indicated on the map. We can probably go ahead and remove this specific marker. Why don't we go ahead and do this? Why don't we head around to the rear of the island right here. If we see any dredge along the way that we want to detour for, we will, of course, make a quick stop for that. Especially if it's that last piece of metal that we need for the stuff that we're building on the island. Now, what exactly is this over here? Hang on. Just a second. Inspect. A slab of rock juts from the water, bearing the crude symbols of a curved fish. At its base, a rough shape has been chiseled away. This kind of looks like cod, doesn't it? We don't have any cod, or to be frank, any fish at the moment. There's some cod right there that we could grab if we wanted to. That kind of was what it looks like to me. What do we have here? Some gray eel. Now, interesting. It looks like we can pick up items along the shore, which I did not realize before. All that's left of this boat is an old husk. You pull a little closer. Ooh. Nice. There's quite a bit of good stuff here. So now that I know that we need to be looking for stuff on the shore as well, that's a bit of a game changer. Okay. I wonder how much stuff I've missed as a result of not closely inspecting the shore. Okay. So we want to go ahead and continue around. We can come back to this weird shrine later. I would like to get to the point that the mayor was referring to first. I wish that it would show up on our... oh, here it is. I think I see it, actually. All right, so blue mackerel. Oh, there it is. This is the point that the mayor was referring to for us to check out. There's some cod. Anything else of interest? Abyssal, that's ominous. Abyssal out there. Okay. So I'm pretty sure this is what we need to be looking at exclusively. Alright, almost looks like a key, doesn't it? An ornate key, and indeed it is a key. How do I want to fit this in? I wish I could flip it. You know what I mean? Alright, that'll have to do. Alright, so we picked up the mayor's thing. Let's see, what do we have here? Some gray eel. We should probably think about heading back to town. Do I dare go around this way past the shrine again? We would need to pick up some cod along the way, which is right... Ooh, that's a bit far, isn't it? I thought there was another cod that was a tiny bit closer, I want to say. Flounder. Cod there. Cod here. Yeah, I think we'd best not risk it for the moment. Why don't we just go through here? I'm not sure if we've explored this little gap. What is this? Great eel. Okay. And who knows, maybe we'll pick up something interesting along the way. Some stingray, blue mackerel, cod. Alright. Oh, we can pick up some dredge, though. That's always a good use of time. Hopefully we can fit it in our cargo hold. That's always the trick nowadays, isn't it? Oh, a research part. Okay. Very good. Alright, it is getting a bit late. So why don't we call it quits. We're going to go ahead and try to thread the needle right here. Please do not run aground. Let's grab the lights here and switch them on. Maybe even grab a crab on the way. Possibly. Yes, we can grab one here, and we can grab one here, and we are officially at capacity. So we're going to make it just in time for sundown. So it was probably a wise choice to to retreat when we did. Oh, look at that. Perfectly lined up with sunset. You'd love to see it. Alright, so we've got quite a few things to do. First things first, research parts. Let's go ahead and pop one into this flexible fishing pole. There we go. This research is complete. It's now available in stores. We could grab this oceanic one as well. What else were we working on? We've got this engine for sale, so we don't really need to worry about engines for the moment. So let's grab this oceanic. Okay, so that expends our research points. Let's stop by the dry dock and drop off whatever we don't need. Let's see, some lumber. There we go. That's 1 and 2. We're just too poor to afford the upgrade, but that's fine. Here we can drop off this cloth. We've got 2 more cloths to allocate. We may need to throw it in our storage for the time being. Yeah, we'll just throw these here. We'll try to remember that we need to come back for them. Okay, let's see. This old iron chain, I wonder who we can sell that to. Maybe the tinkerer across the bay. The fishmonger we will sell our stuff to. Blind and headache today. Did you come by yesterday? I don't recall. Anyway, what can I do for you? Well, just give us a little bit of money, if you please. So he's suffering some acute memory loss, curiously enough. Interesting. We also want to talk to the mayor now that we have the key. Right? Or no? I thought that we got the key, as a result of the mayor's... Oh no, return it to the collector on Blackstone Isle. Got it. Okay. We have another ring, but it's not the ring that they're looking for. Okay. Interesting. So what else do we have in our cargo? We've got the chain, the earrings. We're probably still too poor to afford a new engine, I would think. Oh my gosh. And these are extremely expensive. We may have to do some days of just fishing. I'll be honest. That is very pricey. It's got 450 for the engine. And 400 apiece for each of these rods. We would get a little bit of that money back from selling off what we have, but we're definitely not in the market. Ooh, let's ask her. What do you know about the old mayor of Little Marrow? That legend that we heard last time of the one who went mad.
I try not to think about him. It's a painful memory for us all. Some nights I still think I can hear the hum of his engines sailing past the bay. But I know he's gone, and I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Appropriately ambiguous. So why don't we sail across the bay, drop off the trinkets, pick up some crabs, stop by Blackstone Isle, and maybe by then it'll be time for us to sleep again. And if we happen to catch some cod along the way, so much the better. Okay, we'll keep that crab pot there for the time being. We can fit these in some odds and ends. Right there. Okay. And that'll do it. Alright, let's see what the Tinkerer has to say. Or the trader. Yes. Alright. Welcome. Found anything special lately? Oh boy, have I. So I guess that's what these brown colors mean, right? Brown means sellable, pink means it's like a quest item, and gray means that it's equipped to our vessel. There we go. Beautiful. So let me actually reallocate my cargo space just a tiny bit. Make it a bit more efficient. Throw that in there. Okay. Very good. The grieving father is still there, but he doesn't have anything new to say to us. Alright. So with that, we will head over... Ooh, hello. Now this is new. Does this mean it's a quest item, or it means it's a, Oh, oceanic. Right. Shoot. Yeah, we still gotta save up for that rod. Or maybe it means it's like an aberrated fish, you know, like the mutant type. I think I want to sail around the back of this isle here once we're done with our conversation, just to see if there's anything on the other side. You never know what's kind of lurking over there. Alright, so let's pass off the key. The silver and crimson book, he seems impatient.
Well, you have something, don't you? Show me.
You hand him the key. The cold metal shimmers a strange shine as he holds it. The shape of the key, the teeth, the head, now somehow seem changed. Smaller. Has it always been this way?
Is this all? Where is the lock?
The collector grows agitated.
It seems the pieces we're looking for have traveled further than I anticipated. Much further, I suspect. In that case, allow me to aid your travels.
He turns a few pages in his book and mutters something low under his breath. A burst of light fills your vision and you stagger back briefly.
Now go. We have more relics to uncover.
Ability unlocked. Haste.
My intuition tells me that the current may have carried some debris to the southeast, towards the Gale Cliffs. Make that your priority. I'll mark a location on your map where you can begin your search.
Yeah, what the heck happened with that spell? Was that magic, presumably?
The book holds power from the deep. I merely extended its powers towards you. Is there one in particular you wish to know more about?
Oh, so there's going to be quite a few that we're getting, it seems. So let's learn about haste.
The words of haste are instant and cruel. They will impart a terrible speed to your vessel. Be warned, however, it may put a great deal of stress on your engines. As there are other powers you wish to know about? No, I don't think so.
Do you know who owned these relics?
Yes.
Can you be more specific? Can you be more Pacific? There's an ocean joke for you. He looks at you. For a moment, a look of something like regret flashes in his eyes.
An old friend.
Okay. How long have you lived here?
Quite some time. I used to be a fisherman, as was my father before. But 2 decades ago, I took up residence here. I needed to focus on other endeavors. I found that this island has a certain strength to it. Those dark basalt columns stretching downwards into the deep.
So he was probably the previous fisherman, right? That increases panic and engine heat. That's probably not good. I don't know if we need to use that at the moment, right? I guess we can try it out, huh? Beware of overheating. Where do we see overheat? Oh, I see. There's a little meter there. Oh, interesting. Alright, there's nothing here on the reverse, so there's something there. Let's switch to spyglass. The great eel. Alright, we are really going to need to flip through these abilities quite quickly. Alright. What do we have on the horizon? Ooh, there's dredge over in that corner. I think we knew about that. We just didn't have the cargo space before. Let's also, while we're thinking about it... oh, cod. We need some cod. Let's see exactly where that thing is on the map that he's saying. It's to the southeast, the Gale Cliffs. Okay, so there is, looks like a cargo docking area down here. So we'll spend one more day, I think, in Greater Marrow, and then we'll head down to the Gale Cliffs and see what that's all about. I do kind of wish that we had more, you know, fishing stuff available to us, but cannot be helped. Oh, What the heck is that? That makes me a tad bit nervous, I'll be honest. Alright, that's probably the last one we want to catch if we want to get back in time. What's in the water, man? A great many things, it would seem. Okay. Let's see. Where is... I'm a little turned around. Okay, we need to go pretty much directly behind. Oh yeah, so it's behind here. Okay. So let's go over here. We will drop some haste. And we'll just do it as far as we can. Like so. We don't really need to worry about panic during the daytime. I do really like the boost that it's giving us. That's actually pretty nice. Okay. What's this one here? We should probably just pick up a little bit while we're here anyway, right? We should be able to fit this right there. Okay. And then... Oh, correct engine operation. Check cabin for bonuses. What did we get? Engines provide 5% more movement speed than listed. That's great. That is great to see. Yeah, we can get a couple more. We're basically home anyway, and we need the money. Depleted. Oh, that's great. Alright, and let's not crash into the dock. Alright, perfectly timed as usual. The lighthouse keeper emerges from the dark forest that flanks the town. She walks towards the dock with a confused look on her face. Oh, it's you. Yeah, it's me like it's always been me. Who were you expecting? Your engine. It sounds like... I'm sorry. I mistook it for the vessel of an old friend. Oh, the friend who lives over on Blackstone Isle that we just talked to? Is that the friend? Dejected, she turns and walks back towards the lighthouse. Interesting. Alright, Mr. Fishmonger. 122. That is greatly needed. Yeah, greatly, greatly needed. I don't think we have any repairs that we need at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the crimson glow in the sky seems to have gone away. The air feels quieter now, more settled. Have you noticed? I did notice that there was a crimson glow, like, back behind here before. Oh, that must be the relic. Right, the crimson glow in the sky is, like, showing us where the relic are, and that's why it appeared, like, behind our menu so many times. I think I'm starting to understand. So, 450. We've got 319. This is 100, and that's 0. So, okay, so we still can't afford it quite yet. No worries. Let's check in with the mayor. Nothing there. Let's check in with the builder. Nothing there, really. Lighthouse keeper we just talked to. So, let's go ahead and rest. And then now, I think we can go ahead and, with our newly equipped haste, we can make our way towards this area down here. Let's place a marker. How about that? So I'm heading roughly the correct direction. I need to correct a little bit to the right. Like so. I do wish that we had a, you know, a fresh engine for this. Makes me kind of nervous to go so far afield, but yeah, looks like it's going to take us most of the day to get there, but that's fine. It'll probably be worth our while. So really, there's no reason not to use this haste as much as possible, since we're over here anyway. Okay, so there's a dock. Is that a dock right there? Hang on, what am I looking at? That's strange. Okay, Gulf flounder, good. Are these... Is this person alive? Oh, yes. You approach a hooded figure. Swathed in dark blue robes, their face is barely visible. Fisherman, please, help. You can barely hear their rasping whisper above the wind and waves. Fulfill the hunger. The hooded figure unfurls an old paper scroll. They point to a shape shown at the top. It appears to be a blue mackerel. Okay, so we've got our first order. Nice. Customers are good. Good for business. Catch a blue mackerel. Sure can. I'll get right on that for you. Are there any in the vicinity? That's not one, is it? Oceanic one. Cod. Blue mackerel is over by... oh, there's one right there. I could go across the bay and get it for you if you wanted. But why don't I just go ahead and fully explore this island first? I can dock here overnight if I really need to. Oh, hello. Oh. Nothing that I want. But let's not crash on the rocks. Stingray. Oh, where am I right now? Oh, I'm not even as close as I thought I was. Okay, so I really need to actually get a motor on a little bit quicker. Okay. Yeah, so why don't we do that? Because I don't want to get caught overnight in the middle of the ocean. Alright, so we've got quite a few things to work on, it seems. Ooh, some coastal fish that we have not identified yet. I think we can spare a little bit of a detour. Whoa, did you see that? Okay. I swear there was something there. I mean, there was something there. It's not up for debate. The blackmouth salmon. Alright. That will fit there. Good. Oops. Alright, that'll do for now. And just in time to get us to wherever this is. This looks very festive and welcoming. Traveling merchant. Ahoy there. You're a new face. A fisherman, I take it. Perfect. Well, we should get along like a house on fire. I'm a traveler and a merchant, all rolled into one. If you have any fish to sell, I'll take them on board and sell them at the next town I come across. Likewise, I haul a small cargo of equipment between places. You're welcome to peruse the stock and see if there's anything that takes your fancy. Come and see me when you're ready to trade. Well, why not? On this side of the pontoon, I'll buy any fish you want to sell. I also keep a stock of crab pots here for sale. Oh, that is good news. I wonder, do we want to save this one for the, for our friend the blacksmith? Or the fishmonger? Because he seems to take a particular interest. So why don't we sell that one? Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to sell all of them. Oh, well. We'll know that for next time. Okay. I meant to move that to storage. Hey again. Come by for a chat. Yeah, we'll go ahead and chat with her. Assistance from an angler? Absolutely. I've been trying to collect records of where each species of fish is located. I figured out most of them on my travels so far, but there are a few I haven't been able to track down. Reckon you could share your info with me? I mean, what's one fish lover to another? Absolutely. Great. The fish I have left to track down are oarfish, gulper eel, Goliath tigerfish, and coelacanth. I know a little about each species already, so I can maybe point you in the right direction. What did you want to know? Well, let's just hear about them all. Time for Fish 101, everybody. Given that the oarfish has a long and fragile body, I suspect they'll live in reasonably deep but calm water. Maybe the shelter of Gale Cliffs would suit them. I know that gulper eels live at the deepest depths imaginable. You'll have to get some specialist gear to catch one of those. The Goliath tigerfish, these guys are legitimately scary. They hunt in murky, swampy waters using the shade of trees as cover. And the coelacanths. Actually, I have no idea where they might be, but they have a primordial feel to them, don't you think? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen like a coelacanth fossil in a museum or something. About the fish I wanted me to find... Okay, no. Okay, I don't need to talk about that. What do you know about the Gale Cliffs? Well, there's Ingfell just across the bay, which is a dreary little whaling town. The folks there are always in need of something, which keeps me in business. The residents are always talking about the cliffs. Most seem afraid. Frankly, I'm not sure why they stay. Occasionally, I hear deep rumblings from within the rocks. I don't hang around here for long. Alright, are you always out on the water? Yeah, always. I like to keep moving along. The merchanting is secondary to the traveling, really. I'm more of a merchanting traveler. I get to see a lot of places, which is nice. I also get to meet a lot of people, which is only sometimes nice. Boy, I can relate with that. Do you ever see strange things out at sea? Other than me, of course. Strange things? Plenty. But I try not to dwell on them. You could go crazy, you know. Ha! But hey, if you're seeing strange things, maybe you're not seeing them the right way. Maybe they're not so strange after all. Or perhaps they are, and they're incredibly dangerous. Better not risk it. That is a well-balanced perspective on that. You might be used to dry docks at other ports, but we can make the same upgrades to your boat here at this floating dock. Oh, beautiful. And it even uses our materials from the other places that we've been. That's actually extremely helpful. The shipyard. So basically, yeah. Oh, so we could definitely buy something new. Yes, so let's think about this. We probably want to go for this engine, right? The twin prop engine. So uninstall this peculiar engine. We'll send it to storage for the time being. This improved outboard engine. For the time being... Ooh. So here's the thing. Right now we're going to get this twin prop engine, which is going to take the center 4 spaces here. But what happens when we get some engine upgrades and these sort of side spaces to the left and right of the square become available to us? Then we could fit in more engines. So do I want to sell this outboard engine, actually? I think I am going to at the moment. I might regret it, but I would rather just go ahead and have the cash to install this immediately. Yeah, 4 hours. That's actually perfectly fine with me. All right, so we should be zipping along. 47.3 knots. Yeah, we'll be zipping along at a pretty decent clip. Oh, and look, we got some halogen spotlights. Basic, but a solidly bright light. Its long range makes it ideal for spotting hazards at night. Can I afford that? No, I cannot. Everything's out of my price range. Why do I even ask? Oh, man. All right, but that's fine. So I think that should do for the time being. Let's rest. And I see that crimson column over there to the right, which means that is something of interest to us. So there's a few things here we want to grab along the way. We want to grab this item. Artifact Manifest. Vessel. Ooh, this is a long one. Okay. Vessel, SY Grand Prize. Owner, Mr. Michael Schult. Port, Gale Cliffs. Oaken Music Box. Purchased from the antiquarian at Little Marrow for a bargain price. Previously salvaged from an undisclosed shipwreck. Has the letter J carved on the underside, otherwise in reasonable condition. Has not been opened for fear of damaging the mechanism, pending inspection by locksmith. Wooden mask. Carved wooden tribal mask, said to bring good luck, fertility, good health, fortune, rain, and protection from evil spirits. Traded for a pair of socks and a pocket watch chain. 12-piece china set. Bone china, 6 cups and 6 saucers. Acquired from an Eastern dealer. Do not use. Jar of earth. A jar containing earth from a meteor impact site, allegedly. Mr. Michael Schultz, I wonder, could that potentially be our friend in Blackstone Isle? Or does that make any sense? I don't know. So what else are we doing right now? Yep, need to catch the blue mackerel. Catch all the rare fish. We're racking up our quests left, right, and center. We got our encyclopedia. We'll just clear out our notifications. And let's see what there's around here. There's a shallow fish there. Oh boy, we've got a lot of things to look at. Ooh, there's some dredge over there. I'm gonna prioritize that, I think. Is what I want to do. Because we really need some more metal scrap for the building that we're doing. Or a research point. You know what? That's fine too. That's acceptable. We will stop by this fishing spot, and then we'll go to the left, that little port area. Alright, another salmon. We'll grab that. And, let's see what this is all about. An old man emerges from one of the nearby broken buildings and hobbles towards you. Oh, greetings. Don't get many visitors around here. What is it that you need? This place doesn't seem safe. Yeah, it seems kind of broken down and decrepit. Why do you live here? I've been stubbornly holding out here for quite some time. Truth be told, I've been reconsidering my position lately. I've been happy here for so long. My wife and I had such a beautiful life. Until the collapse. Now I'm alone and cut off by land and sea. Left only with these trembling rocks on all sides. I could help you move to Ingfell. Yeah, I've got the cargo space. It's not that simple. My brother would never. You see, I used to live in Ingfell with my brother. He was a whaler back in the day. Things were bad. We fought a lot, mostly about how our parents' inheritance should be divided. We were in the prime foolishness of our youth. When my wife and I decided to move here, I took the family crest. I stole it from him. Now, after all this time, I can't return without it. And it is where? Lost somewhere in the ocean, right? That's where the problem lies. After the collapse, that creature, it dragged the debris from the houses down into its wretched burrows. The crest went down with it. It's a lost cause, I know. But if you were to find it, it's a large whalebone crest. It would mean the world to me. We'll throw it on the list of things we have to do, of which we have 1 million. But please be careful. Alright, do you know of any shipwrecks around here? Someone that used to live here kept the ship moored at the base of that cliff, till it was struck by some fallen rocks and sunk to the bottom. They were devastated at the loss, we all were. It was a beautiful boat, decorated with all manner of memorabilia from their travels. At low tide, I could still see what's left of the masthead, poking through the waves. And, yeah, these cliffs seem to be falling apart. They're being consumed from the core by that hateful serpent. Have you seen it? I think I caught a little bit of a glimpse of it, yeah. Nobody believed me. Not until it started devouring our foundations, open up chasms beneath our homes. It was nightmarish, waking in the night to the sound of a creature slithering somewhere underneath. Seems to have turned its attention elsewhere, but not before it took everything from me. Huh. Yeah, more about the creature. It's been burrowing tunnels through the base of the cliffs. You can see the gigantic holes it leaves just below the surface. As it forces its way out, it often causes rock falls. So if you plan on going in there, keep an ear out. Should it catch sight of you, well, you should be able to outrun it. It's quite slow, provided you can navigate the passageways. Alright, so look out for rock falls and be ready to use haste. And I see that there's that item in there. How exactly can I get to it? I don't know if there is a way, unfortunately. Yeah, there's stuff in there, but it's blocked by these rocks. So there's probably going to have some, need to be some sort of advancement to the story before we can get around that. All right. Let's take a peeky poo. There's some dredge, some shallow stuff. More dredge. Ooh, that's wonderful. Let's grab whatever this is. And then we'll make plans to stop by that town across the bay at nightfall. Ooh, another research point. Great. Some lumber. Thank you very much. Man, dredging sure takes a good chunk of the day, doesn't it? We really need to increase our speed somehow. And that's it. That's all the lumber. Okay. I'm just going to back my way out of here. Whoop. Here we are. I should be able to make it over there by nightfall. I'm going to get a little greedy here. I'm going to stop with one. Oh, good. The metal. That's actually all that we really needed for the time being. So let's switch to our lights. Click it on. And head over to dock. Alright. Not there apparently. Where do I need to be going? Here? Yeah, there we are. Alright. There's a retired whaler and an Inkfell resident. Retired whaler.
What is it?
Any shipwrecks around here?
The real wreck around here is the settlement at Gale Cliffs. My brother ditched us and moved on over to those cliffs years ago. I suspect he's regretting his decision now, the devil.
Yeah, we've talked to him.
Ingfell used to be a whaling town. Emphasis on the used to be. We would go out, bring in a carcass, and then the rest of the town would get to work. But the whales got scarce some 20 years ago, and now look at us, barely scraping by for a new candle.
Any strange sightings in the area?
Sometime just after the last whale was brought in, there was a sudden exodus from the Gale Cliffs. Dozens of ships sailed past, packed up and hurrying away north as fast as they could. They were waving and shouting something at us from their boats, but we couldn't make it out. Never did see or hear of them since.
All right. What about the resident? Do you need help with anything? Just putting ourselves out there like that.
I've been trying to prepare a special meal for my partner, but I've been having some issues. Around here, we consider aged conger eels to be a particular delicacy. You may say they're rotting, but they're delicious if prepared correctly. Normally, we bury them in the ground and allow them to mature, but our dog keeps digging them up and eating them. I can't raise the subject without spoiling the surprise. Can you bring me an aged conger eel?
Yes. So basically, grab an eel, stick it in our hold where it will decay, and then she wants it. Where can I catch a conger eel? Great question.
Ah yes, they can be tricky to find. I'm told they inhabit the holes and burrows within the cliffs themselves. I imagine they've been fished out around the edges, so you may have to venture into the passageways of the cliffs to find them.
The game really wants us to go into the cliffs, doesn't it?
Oh, and did I mention that they only come out at night? Yes, I believe they hide during the day. Good luck.
The cliffs.
Many years ago, the cliffs used to be a haven for smugglers and pirates. Legend tells of 2 pirate lords who used Gale Cliffs as their hideout. Supposedly, they got into some disagreement, and a huge battle was fought around the south side of the cliffs. There certainly are a large number of wrecks in that area. Both sides were completely destroyed, their treasure hoards left abandoned and unclaimed to this day. I dare say they'd be worth a lot if anyone knew where to find them.
Okay, and odd characters. Well, Excluding yourself, ma'am.
Have you heard the tale of Magrin? He was an old whaler from these parts. As the whales got more scarce, the crews spent longer and longer at sea trying to find them. Magrin, it seems, wasn't cut out for this. He formed an unnatural attachment to a scroll he found on one of these trips. He says the scroll told him how to become immortal by eating mutated fish. People started calling him Magrin the Fishman.
That kind of sounds like the fishmonger back at Greater Marrow, doesn't it? Either he's the same guy, or he's just suffering from the same delusion. Or maybe it's not a delusion. Obsession, at any rate.
One day, the town awoke to find all the boat's nets and lines had been slashed in the night. And old Magrin was nowhere to be found, nor has he been seen since.
Where can I sell my fish?
We catch our fish ourselves here, so we don't have much need for buying any. But there's a merchant that travels around.
Oh, yes. Yep, I know all about that. We have visited her. All right. So that is that. We'll go ahead and rest. I think we will stop by one more time to the merchant across the bay. Perhaps we want to catch some things along the way to make it worth our while. This is a new fish type for us, so we may as well grab it. Ooh. Wait, press F when a ball reaches the zone at the top to reel faster. Oh, that's disconcerting. Right, hang on. Items left here will be lost. That's fine. I just need to figure out how to be more efficient with this. Throw that there. Throw that there. Throw that there. There we go. Okay. So we really have room for one thing. That's fine. Let's go ahead and motor quick as we can over here. Alright, we'll sell off. I'll still buy any fish that aren't totally fresh, but if it's completely turned to rot, I can't pay you anything for it. Completely fair, I understand. So there's that. We also want to take a look at the shipyard. No. Floating dock, that's what I was thinking of. So this is the last piece of lumber that we needed, but we're still too poor to afford it. So that's good to go. That's good to go. We just need money. And the lumber here. And the lumber here. And then we also want to pop on some research points. So question, what do we want to go into next? We probably want to grab these lines, I would think. Right, because we want to be able to catch all of these sort of unique, bespoke kinds of fish. Now, there's this abyssal one as well. Oh boy. Yeah, we're going to need quite a bit of cargo space, so that might be a bit of a problem. Hardy crab pot, large crab pot. We probably just want to grab some of these lines. I don't know. Do we want to grab the engines too? So, what is the incentive for this one here? 26.3 knots. So it's slower, but it's reliable. Dual propeller system, increasing speed. High quality components. A refined outboard engine. Yeah, I don't know what the what we would need that for. Maybe it's cheaper and that's why. I don't know. But I'm gonna stick with the rods for now because I definitely want to have the ability to catch more types of fish. You know what I mean? Heat resistant line, beautiful, volcanic and shallow. We're probably still too poor to buy it, but we have that at our disposal whenever we want it. Okay. So with that, I think we will take a break there. Man, these episodes go so quick. Feels like no time at all, for me at least. hopefully the same for you. Because we're having fun, we're catching fish, we're solving mysteries, coming across, you know, weird personalities. But then again, we're weird too. You know, think of us in our profession. So it's a pot calling the kettle black, isn't it? But anyway, thanks so much for watching and coming along on this voyage in the high seas. And I'll be seeing you real soon.